Hello parents and students. Today I want to show you all how to access Clever. Clever actually houses links to various websites and programs that your child will be using throughout the school year, regardless of whether or not they are doing school face-to-face or have chosen the virtual option. So the first thing you need to do is go to the school's website. And you will go to www.clinton.kyschools.us. When you get to the school's website, you're going to hover over where it says students, and then you're just going to click this link to Clever. And if Clever asks you to log in with Google, and it will be the same username and password that you log onto the Chromebook with. And this will take you to the Clever homepage, and you will scroll down to the bottom where it says apps for the district, and this is where you're going to find easy access to the programs you'll be using. You see you have Edgenuity, Study Island, Lexia, Edpuzzle, Naiku, Win Learning, Reading Plus. So these are websites and programs that your child will be using, and the only thing you need to do to access those are just click on them and it will take you to that site. I've chosen Reading Plus. It will pull up what the teacher page looks like, but for your student it will pull up their own personal page, and their assignments will be on that for them to do. It's just like if you pull up Study Island. They shouldn't have to log in again because they're already logged in through Google with Clever, and it will again take them to any assignments that they have. So it's really easy. You just go to the Clinton County webpage, hover over students, click Clever, and all of these websites that they will use are in one place, and it's really easy to access. So thank you all. Have a nice day.
Hi everyone! We're going to talk about using Google Classroom and the basic fundamentals. So let's get started. First, you're going to go up here in the Google tab, and in the waffle, the 9 little dots, you're going to click there and then click on Classroom. Once you get to your Classroom page, it may look pretty similar to this one. Now, you're going to want to join a new class. So you'll go up here to the plus symbol and click Join Class. Here, you'll enter a code that you're going to get from your teacher. So we're going to enter that code and click Join. Please remember this is for training purposes, and that code will not work later after this video. Now, once you get to this page, you'll notice that your class title is over here. You have 3 tabs in the middle: Stream, Classwork, and People. Let's start with the stream. If you look on the stream, it tells you that you have a new assignment, a new question, comment, how are you doing today, when activities are going to take place. This is a way of communicating. Your teacher can communicate using the stream back and forth with you. It'll also tell you your assignments, but they're not going to be as easy to find. If you want to know where your assignments are, click on the Classwork tab. Once you go to Classwork, it'll show you your work. You can click on View Work, or you can look at them in a list here. So if you click on View Work, it shows that you have 3 assignments assigned here, and you can click on each one, and you can view those details. From here, once you have clicked on your assignment and you have done all the editing, everything you want to do to it, it's saved. You're going to go to Turn In and ask you, do you really want to turn this in? Make sure that you really want to turn it in and that it's ready to turn in before you click Turn In. If not, cancel and go back and make those editing things that you need to do. Now when you go back and you look at your assignments, it's going to tell you that you have turned that assignment in. So over here in the corner, it says turned in. You can also go back to the classwork and it shows you your work here. Now on this page, you have to click on them to see which ones they are. If you remember, we just did this one, so it already tells you here it's turned in. When you go back to view your work, you can pick the assignments that you want. If you want to go over here to the side, it can show you all of those that have been assigned to you. If an assignment has been returned to you, you'll find it here. And if it's missing, you can find your assignment in this spot. So let's go back to class. Let's say that you're having trouble with an assignment and you need to talk to your teacher. If you'll go to classwork and click on one of the assignments, view that assignment or that question, in the far right corner, you can see a private comment. In this section, you can send a message, please help, I do not understand. Question, question, question. And click the arrow for posting. This will only go to your teacher. Your teacher will be able to comment back with you or come talk with you and let you know what you need help with and to find out your answer. Let's go back to class. Over here, remember in the stream section is where you do all your communications. In the classwork tab is where you find your classwork. Any assignments will be posted here.
Hello parents and students. I'm going to give you a very quick overview of how to join a Google Meet. Once you're added to the 2020-2021 Google Classroom for each of your classroom teachers, there will be a Meet link. You just click this link. Another window will open. You may have to give some special permissions to allow cameras and microphones to work. Hit join now. And you're ready to go.
Hey guys, this is a quick video just to demonstrate how Google Forms works and how you can use them within your Google Classroom. So if you go to your teacher's Google Classroom page, you're going to have different assignments. Most of those assignments will contain either a Google Doc, Google Slide, or Google Form. Today I'm just going to show you kind of the ins and outs of a Google Form. So we're going to start with this first assignment. I've already submitted this assignment once. So this is what the assignment looks like whenever you pull it up. You can go through here, select your answers. If you notice up here at the top, a lot of times it's very hard to get the questions, especially if it's a math question, into the Google form. So a lot of times the teachers will make a PDF of the questions and it's going to be located at the very top. So where you see questions, if you click there, it's going to open up a new window. And it's going to give me the questions for this Google form. So that's the first thing on the Google form, find the question. So let's say the answer to question 1, I think it's A, and question 2, I think it's C, and so on. Then let's say I've got to go run an errand with my mom, so I've got to stop. On this particular form, after I hit submit, it's going to save my answers, but it's going to allow me to go back in now whenever I come back again and edit my responses. You'll see that where I've already answered questions 1, 2, and 3, those answers are still in there. They didn't disappear. They didn't go away. So now I can finish answering the document. Also, if you notice, and I'm not going to answer all of these, the teacher has this one where you can view your score. So as soon as you submit, I can click view score. And question 1, 0 out of 5 points, 0 out of 5 points, 0 out of 5 points. So I didn't get any of those first 4 right. So I know that I have to go back and rework those problems. It didn't tell me which answers were correct. The teacher can turn that on if she chooses. But at this point, it doesn't tell me. I just know I didn't do well on this. I need to go back and redo this assignment again to try to get a better grade on it. Now, if the questions were short answer, you would have just simply typed in your answer. And then again, it can still, the teacher can still have it set up where it's going to tell you, okay, I got 5 out of 5 points right, so I got that short answer correct. If I got 0 out of 5, I would be cautious, because let's say the answer is 5,000 and you type the answer in as 5,000. Well, your teacher might have typed the answer in as 5,000 and now I put the comma in. So Google Form will count that incorrect, although you had the correct answer. So if you feel you have the correct answer, just shoot your teacher an email and say, hey, did I get this right? Do I need to redo it? Things like that. So that's an edit after submit assignment. The next type of assignment that you could have would be like a test or quiz. These assignments, once you submit it, you cannot go back and redo the assignment. Your answers are locked in, you can't change them. So if I select here, let's say it's A, and then I'm going to say the answer here is red. Again, you would have questions on here, but this is just for demonstration. And submit. So when I submit, there's a couple of things. If you notice, it doesn't have that edit after submit underneath the view accuracy. But if I click on view accuracy, it's going to let me know which questions I got right and which questions I got incorrectly. So you automatically know what you missed, what you didn't miss. This short answer, again, like maybe I would have typed blue, but maybe it had a lowercase b. Sometimes Google Forms will count that as incorrect, but if the answer is blue, whether we capitalize it or not. So your teacher would go back in and manually change that before she put your grade into Infinite Campus. I hope this video helped explain a little bit about Google Forms and kind of some of the ins and outs of it. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.
Another Google tool that students will use are Google Documents, and I've opened one up here. It's a blank, but I created a title, Google Presentation. Always important to title your Google files with something that makes sense, because they're easier to find in your drive when they have an appropriate title. So I've titled it, and I want to start typing. So Google Documents has a predictive language. As you can see, when I was typing there, it knew the word I wanted to put, and I just clicked tab and it put the word there. So I can come back to the thing. I can type other words. I can make that word a hyperlink if I want to. And then when you click that link, it'll come up to the link to the actual website that you put in there. If I want to make a bulleted list or a numbered list, I can do that. Start off with and I can go on and on about the different things I need there. Some features you need to be able to use with Google Documents are obviously the typing, but if I want to change the font of everything, I need to select everything and change the font to what I needed. Times New Roman's pretty standard. 12-point font's pretty standard. There are times when I might want to make it bigger. I might want to make it a funkier font. I might want to change the color. In this case, I do want to change the color. We're going to change it all to blue. I can bold them, italicize it, and underline it, obviously. But I can also add pictures to Google Documents. I want to search for one. I've already been looking up things, but I found a bulldog I want to put here, and I'm going to insert it. The thing about Google Documents, when you put pictures in, it automatically puts it as a in the line, which means it separates wherever you put it. It separates the text. So in this case, I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to move my picture around and have it influence the text to where I influence. So I'm going to put wrap text. That will make the text wrap around the picture. In this case, I can make the picture small enough that my text will all go back up there together, and that lets me click on my picture and move it where I want to in the document. Images in Google Docs is a little tricky. If I want to use a presentation with lots of pictures, I would probably use Google Slides instead, where images are more as prominent as the text is. So that's just some of the different tools that you can use. Right. If there's any questions, you can always get help with Google Documents. Google Documents do always save automatically to your drive, so you can come back to them and change them. You can add them to anywhere you can access the internet. You can access your Google Drive and your Google Documents. So you can type here, I can stop typing here, I can go home, get online, open that document up, and continue where I was without having to worry about saving things. That automatically saves, gives you a record. If you need to make comments about it, you can comment about it. I've got the picture here. You can make, well, I can't make comments about that apparently, but if I want to make comments about this, I could, and it would open up a comment box. That's often how we interact with students as far as giving them feedback, is through the comment section. Okay? With any questions, you can ask your student's teacher, call school or call your student's teacher, and they can help you with Google Documents in Classroom.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to use a Google document in your assignments. There's two different ways you can do it. So if you go to Google Classroom and you click on classwork and you see the first assignment and it says create a Google document, you're going to view the assignment and you're going to read the instructions. Over on the right hand side it says your work. So it says assigned, add, or create. So you're going to click the plus sign and you're going to go down to docs. And you're going to pull that up and it'll open up a new document. Okay, so once you open up a new document, you can go to the left hand corner and change the name. And then any other details you need to change, the font, the size, all that, you guys know how to do that. Then you're going to type your assignment. Okay. Okay, so then once you get it done, you're going to turn it in. And you'll have to make sure you click turn in so that way it submits it. Over on the right hand side you can see that it says unsubmit, so that means it is turned in and the teacher can see it. Okay, another thing you can do, I'm going to unsubmit here, you can add or create, go to your Google Drive, and if you already have a document that is typed up and ready to go, you can hit recent, find your document that you want to submit, double click it, and it will load. So you can add it or you can create it all in Google Classroom. And then make sure you turn it in so it's submitted. So that is how you use a Google document.
Google Slides is a tool that students are going to be using, and this is a video to help those that are helping students. How do you use a Google Slide? Well, as you can see, I've already started one. Students can create those from Google classroom assignments or from their Google Drive. When you create one, it will automatically start with a blank slide with a word template. As you can see, I changed that and put a background and words. But to add a new slide, I'm going to show you how I got to the 2 slides that I've got here. So I'm going to come down to number 2. I'm going to add a new slide. And it's blank because that's the way I chose it to be. I'm going to put in a background. And I'm going to choose an image. And I'm going to choose an image that I have already looked for. As you can see, you can search for one, and I've already searched for it, so my last search is already there. I selected the one I want it to be, and I can insert it. Okay. I want to put words over it, so I'm going to come to my text box, and I'm going to put that text box right in the center, and I'm going to put Bulldogs. I can select that, make it bigger. I can come over to my other tools and center that. I could even change the font, making sure it looks okay. All right. Other than text, you've got pictures, images, shapes, lines, different types of lines. If you need to put in there, you can. All right, let's create this slide then. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to add another blank slide. I want to put a text box in the center. And I want that text box to say what I want it to say. So I'm going to put County, Kentucky. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to change it to the size I need it to be. Center it. Okay. Now I'm going to put a picture in. So I'm going to put an image. I'm going to look for one because I can look for one from my computer. I can look one up. I can search for one. I can find one on my drive or my photos or even my camera on my device. So I'm going to search. I've already typed in Kentucky, so it's already given me some options here. And I found one I liked. I'm going to click it and I'm going to insert it. And it's going to put it right in the middle of my thing. But I've got a problem. Where are my words? They're still there. When you're building a slide, everything you add is a new layer. So I'm going to click this picture. I'm going to arrange and I'm going to choose the order and I'm going to send it to the back. That will bring my text back up. But as you can see, the dark picture and the dark color of the text don't work too well. So I'm going to change the part of my text that needs to be seen easier and change the color. There. Now my background is blue, so I go to my background and I can choose a color or I can choose an image. In this case, I want the color. Simply do it that way. Okay. So you've got text boxes, images, shapes, and lines. You can change the background. You can change how it's laid out. You can change a new theme for your entire slideshow if you wish. And you can make transitions from one thing to another, from one slide to another. They make them come in as they transition from one slide to another. It has special features to make it look interesting. Okay? So basic tools, you got arranging in order. You've got your options for what you're putting on slides. Remember, they automatically save. So make sure you give it a name so that it saves it with a name that you can find later. Just basic. We're always here for your help if you need it.